Welcome. Let's come into our special place of sanctuary on our mat and turn your room into your yoga room, wherever you are. And we're going to walk off of this mat feeling lighter, feeling a bit more like clouds floating through a blue sky. Let's inhale and exhale, noticing our breath. So feel that anchor. We can feel light, yet feel the anchor of the earth beneath us. So let's, in our seated position, come to that awareness of the sits bones at the base of the spine. And feel a root system from those sits bones connecting us to the earth as we practice together around the globe, to feel that anchor of all of us practicing at whatever time, at whatever place. Increasing positive vibration. Notice your in-breath, notice your out-breath. First step of feeling lighter is to let go of all thoughts. Let them drift away with each inhale and exhale. Notice, even as you let go of one thought, you relax a little more. And the next, releasing that thought. Relax a little more. Let an intention arise for your practice. Notice the eyes will drift close automatically as they relax those eyelids. And then we begin to be able to see our shape a little bit more easily, our skeleton, the bones, that heavier structure that keeps us tall and light, standing up straight. Noticing the alignment of our hips and our shoulders. So let's just line those up in space. Keep the hands on the thighs for that extra connection to the earth, but feeling as you inhale, that crown is reaching towards the skies, weightless. Notice the shoulders are going to line up with your ears. And then just notice the quality of the breath. We're going to take 3 breaths with a counting breath that will lighten us up a bit. And we're going to count backwards. So on the inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you open the eyes, set a light on the spine, just as if that area were glowing. You can sense the structure of your spine, the curve in the low back, all those miraculous connections. The shoulder blades glide down the back with your next exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, just take a witnessing of your energy, your subtle body, and the physical body, noticing if we're getting any lighter or just a sense of ease with our breath. As a permission, giving ourselves permission to be however we are, let's open the eyes and look around the room. See if there's been a shifting tide, a little more carefree, a little more light in the body and the mind. Let's take ourselves to the floor. Drift onto your side and just move the props aside. If you want to have that blanket underneath your knees or just keeping the knees bent, that's fine. We're going to take easy pose and roll onto the side and find your way onto the back. For that anchor of our spine, just allowing things to release towards the earth. Arms at the side, keep the knees together and the feet wide apart. Let's feel the full foot surface, the bottom of our feet on the floor. First, inhale, lift up those toes lightly off the mat, spread the toes. Exhale, bringing the toes down to the mat. So we feel a little more definition between the toes. And notice the areas of our feet that are lifted off the mat. That would be the arch of the foot and the arches of the toes. We'll try to feel a lift from that area. So especially when we stand up. But right now, let's take a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly. Inhale, exhale. As you exhale, let's melt the shoulders towards the floor. Release as if they were melting in some warmth. Notice the broadness from collarbone to collarbone that you create with that one breath. And exhale again for a conscious breath practice. We're going to inhale for 5, and then as we exhale, we're going to fog up an imaginary window with that 7 count. You can take a hand in front of your face to feel the heat, or you can simply keep your hand on the heart. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, fill the belly with breath. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again, on your own count, in for 5, out for 7. As you exhale, see if you can fog up a window. It's 5 in. And holding, and as you 7 count out. Creating moisture, creating warmth, creating lightness, a sense of a breeze floating. Coming back to autonomic breath, irregular breath, everyday breath. Allow the arms to drift next to the body. And we're going to take our head side to side. So open the eyes and just move the head side to side. Maybe each time you move side to side, you notice a little more range in the neck. Allow the back of the skull to feel that support behind you, massaging the back of the skull. And then coming to neutral chin, neutral eyes, looking up skyward. Paint the picture of the sky that you want to see, whether that's blue daytime or just deep nighttime blue, stars. Take the eyes side to side without moving the face or the head. And then taking your eyes back to a neutral gaze, that sky gazer. Look up towards the crown of your head, and then look down towards your knees. And then up again, and then down towards the knees. And then coming back to neutral, we'll take the head side to side again, right and left. Anchoring those shoulders and the arms on the floor next to the body, coming back to neutral. We're going to make circles with our chin. So as if we had a nice marble on the back of the skull, or maybe a larger marble, just rolling around in one direction. And notice as the chin comes towards the sternum, we're lengthening the back of the neck. And then change the direction of the circle. Same concept of that large marble in the back of the skull, making this a nice fluid experience floating. And then making those circles smaller, come in to that neutral place, a place of stillness, a place of inner quiet. Close the eyes. Inhale, exhale. Hugging in towards your center, lift the arms next to the ears so you're above the crown of the head. And we're reaching fingertips from hips to fingertips, stretching the skin, just feeling all the way at the skin of the side bodies. A nice length here. Beautiful. Let's take the thumbs to the elbow creases, keeping that length and that reach, that lightness through your arms. Exhale. Feel just drifting those forearms towards the floor. Feel a lift there with your fingertips gripping the elbows. You can help that sense of the fascia stretching out from the hip area all the way up the side body. Exhale. As you exhale, take the right knee down towards the left ankle and along the shins. So we're doing that windshield wiper on a nice, slow, misty day. Let's take the left knee to the right ankle. Feel your length using those fingertips, drawing that energy up above the crown of the head to that very light floating place in your awareness above the crown of the head as you take the knees to the side to side. Notice we're shifting that those fascial sheets, especially along the hips, outside of our hips. We can take our elbows side to side away from the knees direction. So even side to side around the head, crowning the head. Feeling our nice eighth chakra way up there above our crown of the head. As we next exhale, we're going to lift the forearms above the eyes and then take the elbows in that opposite direction of the knees. So this is a nice visit with our breath and our spine, the full spine, as we keep that gaze up towards the sky. But now we're going to take the head in the opposite direction of the elbows, traveling, getting a sense of fluidity and lightness through the spine, glowing spine. And then the eyes join in. We're going to look at the elbows with our eyes as we turn away with the chin. Nice, easy formula to get through the spine, wake it up. Lovely. And when you come back to neutral, take those knees together, separate, and then separate them hip width apart. Sweep the arms down towards the hips, and then grab the back of your thighs. Inhale. Hold there. As you exhale into the center, draw the knees towards the chest. So we feel our front body strength floating those knees towards the body. The sacrum will float off the mat as we hug in. As you exhale, lengthen the front body so that the sacrum, the triangular sacrum, just implants on the mat. We have an anchor as we take the hands to the knees and circle the hips in outwards, circle the knees in the outward circle, feeling that circular hip socket, spherical hip socket. Nice and stretched, or nice smooth lightness, taking gravity out of our legs here to begin our practice. So when we stand, we feel that much lighter. Let's change the circles to inward, or whatever direction you were doing in the opposite. Coming back to your breath and your mind and your mood, and noticing as we take these movements just where you are at. Is there anything about this movement that might make you feel a little lighter or carefree, maybe holding the back of the thighs, whatever you need to adjust? Let's hug those knees in. So give ourselves a hug here and circle our ankles in one direction and then the other. maybe just alternate right and left. So we take it all the way down to our feet, spread the toes, beautiful. Exhale, land those toes on the mat again, holding all the while that sense of lifting up through your core. And then if you have a strap handy, have that in your hand as we take our hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Inhale, right knee towards the chest. And let's take the strap around the ball of the right foot and find that diagonal angle if you need to. But we're trying to give the message to that right leg to float on up. Keeping the left foot nice and grounded. It's the right leg that's floating up like a cloud or a synchronized swimmer, whatever. Choose. Bend and straighten the leg. And we're lengthening and lightening the back of the leg and the hip. Take both sides of the strap in your right hand and then move that leg out to a V shape, pressing nicely through the strap so you keep that nice connection from your right heel to your right hip. Exhale, inhale. Holding that V shape, we're going to take the foot across towards our left hip as we exhale. Taking the strap into our left hand, we're going to take our right hand to the right hip and just press downward on the right hip towards the bottom of the mat. So we feel a little extra help. Earthbound, allowing the leg to reach and get a little weightlessness. Coming back up to neutral with our toes, we're going to bend the right knee towards the right armpit. And notice that melting of our thigh towards the ribs. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring our mind's eye to that sacrum and left foot. Each of our poses has an anchor and a lift, energetically and physically. Half happy baby. And feel what's releasing here, a little tension in the hip, perhaps. Wrap your hip in something nice and warm with your mind's eye, just keeping that right hip releasing. And then taking the strap, releasing, allowing that right foot to drift down to the floor. Expand with your inhale. So if we're just inflating to blow in an air mattress or a balloon, and then exhaling completely. Let's lift the left knee towards us, hug it in. Find the strap around that left foot and float that leg on up. And notice the right left difference and rolling the shoulders towards the floor. We're just kind of taking a breath here to notice anything that's maybe a tiny bit tense or a tiny bit comfortable. Let's bend and straighten the leg. And that sense of anchoring, we're going to take that right hand holding both sides of the strap, left hand to the thigh on the left. Inhale, exhale, just press down gently on that thigh and down towards the floor so you feel the back of your left hip as your connection there. Big inhale, big exhale, switch the strap to your left hand, and you can stay holding with the right as you turn that left leg out to a V. Standing strong through our right foot, mind's eye travel to our nice, beautiful triangular bone at the base of the spine, the sacrum, the middle point of our pose here. Power breath in. Exhale, left heel towards right hip. If you need to bend and straighten just to kind of communicate more fluidity, the back of the knee, you can do that too, or stay in stillness, inner quiet. Relax our face. Taking the toes back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, bend the left knee towards the left armpit, holding onto the strap, half happy baby, supported with our right foot on the floor, our awareness of the whole spine. As we inhale, see if we can feel a length through the spine, through the front body. As we exhale, an awareness of our strong center line. Notice the left hip release with each exhale. Nice. Let's release the strap and just come down with that left foot on the floor. Another prop moment here. Roll, reach for your block. Take the feet to the floor. Feel both anchor of both feet on the floor. We're going to lift up into a bridge. So however you like, just a tiny bridge here. Feel the glutes engage as you place that that block under the sacrum and let go so that the hips release down and we rest on the block. So more weightlessness here in our hips. Inhale, exhale, float them up like clouds. And then get settled a little on that block. Feeling the shoulders fold out even more as we create lightness in our heart. The shoulders are not hunching, so we feel this energy, brightness through the heart, so we can be more generous with our heart. Beautiful. Feel the spa bridge. We're gently arching the back without strain. And then if you can join me in straightening the legs, this just gives a little length to our front body. Feel free to adjust that block as you straighten the right leg and the left leg with the toes up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, and our arms next to the ears. Really feel the luxury of lengthening out and taking the feet to the sides. So our entire front body is with that skyward energy. Lifting the hips up. And now take the feet at toes up towards the sky again. Sweep the arms down next to the body. Bend the knees. And now let's take that again, more light energy as if our legs were clouds. Lift the knees towards the sky. And they're both bent in that right ankle. And then straighten the legs. Candlesticks. Point and flex the feet, alternating. And imagine that weightlessness we feel in water. Maybe bend and straighten the legs, be playful here. This is sending great energy to our third eye, to our brains, just oxygenating. Heart below the hips, all the good stuff. And straight legs, take them out to a V shape. And then bring them back together. Notice as we draw them back together again, we'll take them out and then in. We're really energizing the inner thighs, a nice stabilizing force in the legs. And also giving those muscles a break to lift up. All right, let's bend those knees towards the chest and then take the feet to the floor. So you land down, lift the hips up into a bridge, taking the arms down, really pressing into the floor with your arms, sternum towards the chin. Engage the glutes, step through the feet. Yes. A full bridge, remove the block. And as if you're closing down a drawbridge, taking that rectangle from your hips to your shoulders, close it down as we come down to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Notice the change we've created in our energy as we flip on to our belly. And reach those arms next to the ears, taking our length here and our forehead to the floor. So feeling that third eye engaging and rooting here to the earth so that the back of our head can get that open energy above us. Roll the head side to side. Beautiful. Now, through our lifting here, through the poses that we do here, if you could imagine inflating the back of our lungs. So, when we breathe, we often notice the front body, but let's see if we can take those inhales, nice, easy inhales, but float up through the back ribs. Just take a breath, feeling that sense of lifting from behind you, and exhale down. Beautiful. So we're going to slide the hands next to the shoulders, do 3 cobras, baby cobras, elbows, really feeling those ribs. And then tops of the feet on the floor. Lengthen inhale. Inflate the back of those ribs as you lift up. Hold here. And exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking our time. Inhale as you lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Point that tailbone towards the heels. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale for 5. Hold in baby cobra. And exhale for 7. Sigh it out. Take the hands to spider hands. Lift the elbows so that the arms are in a right angle. And we're taking the shoulders away from the ears here. So you can keep the forehead on the floor just to feel that sense of elbows towards the hips. And we're cradling that heart with our shoulder blades. It's a little hammock sense there. And we're going to inhale into a cobra. As you draw the fingertips towards the bottom of the mat, inhale, we'll lift. Just hold for a moment. And then exhale down. And another lift. You don't have to go up very far. Just strengthen and lengthen. Exhale. But now reach the arms next to the ears again. We're going to lift the right leg and the left arm. Notice as we alternate sides, exhale down, left leg, right arm. We're going to, again, bring the mind's eye to the back of the ribs, lifting up and lengthening. Again, that sense of the fabric of our muscles, just stretching out, lightening our load. Beautiful. Let's come down evenly. We're going to take a superhero flight here, especially fueled by the breath. Inhale, lift up, arms, legs, and head, nice and long neck. And then down, base. Feel that release through the end of your exhale. Take another fueling inhale as we fly up. And just take the paddle through the arms and the legs. Keeping that length through the back of the neck, keeping your breath even. Beautiful. Exhale, release one ear to the floor on your side. And just sway the hips side to side. Beautiful. We're going to take the hands pushing towards the shoulders, just pushing ourselves back up to a seated position. So you can come right on up through all fours and find your blanket to anchor yourself into seated for some neck work as we take our heads in line back of the skull to the sacrum. You can take whatever seat's more comfortable for you, cross-legged, kneeling, and we're going to lighten up. So as if we have that bobblehead, the bobbleheads on a dashboard. Let's get that sense of lifting and lightness through our head and neck. Great. Find your even sits bones wherever you are. Let's draw a circle. Just draw a sacred circle around yourself, like those wonderful sand paintings all around you, just encircling you with this light energy, a light lifting from the core. The center of that circle is the center of your core. So the center of our torso. Beautiful. Taking the fingertips to the floor, feeling ourselves touch the edge of that circle. Inhale, exhale, look over your right shoulder. Take the chin towards the shoulder, the right shoulder, pressing through your left fingertips. Exhale. Draw the line from your right shoulder to the heart along the collarbone. Some peeping, just ignore that. Inhale, exhale. We're going to look down at our heart. And hold that length. Looking up. Let's float the head up. Feel as if it's a balloon just floating up. And then look over your left shoulder. Right fingertips, the roots, the connection beneath us. And then draw your chin towards the right shoulder. And find the line from the edge of that shoulder in towards the heart, along the collarbone on the left. Looking down, bowing down. Notice through our work together today, our practice, we've lifted our hearts higher and drawing the chin on up. Feel that floating, aligning back of skull with sacrum. Beautifully aligned. Look up at the sky. Look up a lot. It always makes us feel a little lighter instead of looking down. And then find the neutral gaze. Beautiful. Right ear toward right shoulder. Lengthen along the left side. The left fingertips, draw that nice strong energy from your left fingertips to your left ear. Yes. Let's float the right arm up. Take the right hand to the left ear. Press gently in either direction, ear to hand, hand to ear. Inhale, exhale, release, and then shift the right hand to the right ear and lift the head up. Fingertips to the floor again. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Release it through your breath. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath. Inhale. Exhale. Nice bright line from your right fingertips to your right ear. And then release the left hand. Float the arm up. Take the left hand to the left, to the right ear. Press there. Counter press. Gently. And exhale, shifting the left hand to the left ear. Notice the energy that we've created, and then just roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Float the arms up to sky. Weightless. Let's take our celebration hands above us. Celebrate this practice. Come down to waving to everyone practicing out there on our planet together. And then down to our faucets. And then back up to cactus arms. Sweep the arms together in forearms together, press them in towards each other, pinkies together. Inhale, exhale, draw in towards your center as you lift those arms up. And then open up the curtain and then down to your ribs. Close it. Forearms together, lift up. With our breath, bringing lightness and then opening the curtains, coming down and lifting up. This time as you come up, stay up, lift the arms up to prayer position above the crown of the head, marking that beautiful light territory above us, and then sway side to side. Oh. Handling those breezes with ease. Like nature, we're going to adapt. And then coming up, feeling that brightness, sweep the arms next to the body. And we're going to switch it up to a little all fours, not very long, but if you want to press those, cushion the knees, that's fine. Keeping it light, keeping ourselves light. Taking the knees over the edge of the blanket. Take the fist to the floor. We're going to take the fists. So we feel that length through our arms, shoulders draw away from the ears so we get those nice back body muscles. And from here in our framework, our scaffolding, we're going to breathe into the back body. So again, feeling that inflating of the back body. And exhale towards our center, feeling that drawing up of the navel towards the spine as you exhale. Another inhale, drop the belly, expand, and float the back of the ribs, and then exhale towards center. Everything draws towards the lengthening and the strengthening. Inhale, exhale. We're going to walk our fists or hands forward. So we take a knee plank. Notice we feel a little lighter because we've woken up those back muscles, big muscles to hold us in place here with our knee plank, lengthening the tailbone, glutes engaged, lengthen the back of the neck, skull to sacrum. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, and then drawing the hips back to the heels, child's position, hands open on the mat, handprints as if they were in clay, just feeling that imprint of ourselves. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, open up across that back of the heart. Curling up, feeling light through the back body, come up into a cat pose. And all fours, and exhale completely into cow. Sticking the tongue out, releasing any heavy energy here. And then walking the hands out, curling the toes under, lift the knees off the mat, float them up, the thighs floating towards the ribs. In our down dog. Again, you can stick the tongue out on your exhale, releasing as we lengthen the spine and paddle the feet. In our down dog. So whatever version, if you just want to paddle it out, that's fine, or just come to stillness. Relax the face. Nice sigh out. And then bend the knees as you walk the hands towards the feet. And then along the way, just move any prop aside that you've had there. Hands on the floor. We're going to give more oxygen to the head as we just hang the head down, hanging like a bat. Those lovely flying, floating creatures. Fingertips to the floor, inflate the back body into a flat back, keeping the knees behind the toes. Taking the hands to the thighs, load our spine up, horizontal, diagonal to our chair. And then arms next to the ears, feel as if there's ropes above you lifting. Grab those ropes, lift yourself on up with the arms raised up. Standing strong through the mountain feet. And let's take clasp the fingertips together, fingers together, take the palms towards the sky. Feeling, and then maybe just lift onto your toes up to the toes. So we feel weightless here and then down, side to side, swaying. Can we lengthen the left side as we sway to the right from the side of our left foot all the way up to the fingertips, then back up, leaning over towards our left, lengthening the right side from the right foot all the way up to the right fingertips. Beautiful. Sweeping the arms like our wingspan around us, coming down. Now we're just going to take a walk onto the other side of the mat, noticing we keep our stride light. So walk the right foot, then the left. Feeling your alignment here as you walk to a strong mountain pose. Inhale, exhale, more alignment of the back of our skull to the sacrum, easing the tailbone down towards the heels, noticing a nice strong tower. We're going to use some of that floating cloud energy through some of these poses, using the wisdom of the back body to float ourselves into our poses. So we're going to step our right foot back. So weight on the left foot as you find the back body is going to find its way to a high lunge through that right foot back, bending the front knee. Breathe into the back of the ribs. Yes. Exhale as you drop the hips. Float the arms out to T arms. So we feel we might fly upward. Sweeping the arms up next to the ears. Exhale, feeling we're safe on the earth here with our feet. And yet we're going to take a little bit of flight here as we tiptoe forward towards a superhero pose or warrior three. So tiptoeing that right foot forward and then hinging at our left hip. So inhale, lengthen from the right and left sides. And exhale as you tilt forward. Stay at your diagonal or challenge yourself, keeping those hips even to take flight. Imagine looking below us at beauty, bright energy, clouds, healing, beautiful. Coming back up to mountain, sweep the arms down at the sides, finding ourselves orbiting right back to where we need to be in mountain pose. Nice and strong and steady. Take the hands to the hips. We're going to turn to a wide pose on the mat. So wide stance, parallel feet. Inhale, exhale. Find yourself in space here, just our different orientation. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to reach the arms out in our diagonal. So feel the whole expansion of your back body, front body, arms, legs. Reach out and exhale, draw back towards center. We're going to reach back where we came from, over on that left. Slightly bend that left knee as you start to balance in star pose. Tiptoeing on the right, reaching outward, inhale. And as you balance, yes, exhale into your center. So feel that elevator from your pelvic floor all the way to the crown of the head, keeping you light, floating like stars. Coming back to center, landing softly. Hands at hips. Let's lengthen up from our hips And then hinge at the thigh crease all the way down to the floor. Fingertips on the floor or on a block. Feel the length of a flat back. Feet on the floor firmly planted. Exhale, looking down and releasing the neck. Shaking the head yes and no. Letting go of any thoughts. Let the earth absorb that burden. Come on back up. Hands to the hips. And we're going to float back up. Beautiful. We're going to take that balance to the other side. Inhale, reach up, expand. Just feel the skin expand, the muscles, the energy beyond yourself. Exhale, drawing into your strength in your center. Tilt on over to the right. Fuel the back body, the front body with that inhale. Exhale. Shine out from the center. Beautiful. Bring it down. Hands to hips. Let's heel toe into the center. Another sacred circle around us here. Just feeling our strong energy here. We're going to turn another direction towards the right. Step on lightly onto that side of the mat. Let's see, on the other side, we had our right leg back. Yes, just keeping track here. Inhale, exhale, and mountain. Find that back body wisdom, taking that left foot back, finding your way to a high lunge with the left foot back. Hands on the hips. We're safe with our feet here on the earth, connected on our safe, beautiful mat. Inhale the arms out to our wingspan. And then sweep on up towards the sky. Big breath in, whole body. And exhale as we tiptoe forward, take flight. Hips even. Breath supporting us. And when you are ready, you can take that left foot to meet the right on the mat. Beautiful. Back to mountain. As we alternate between that floating and the grounding. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, prayer position. Feel that energy above us. Take it down towards the head, crown of the head hovering above. Hands hovering above the crown of the head. And then in front of the third eye and down to the heart. Hinging at our hips, let's just melt down to the mat, bending the knees. Hands come down to the mat, looking down, hanging down like that bat again, walking the feet back, either to your choice, a tabletop or a down dog. And finding child's pose. Breathing into the back. Again, awareness of that energy behind us and in front of us. And let's find our way onto our back. And through the side here, beautiful. Nice. As you come onto the mat, inhale the left knee towards your chest. taking that left ankle to the right thigh. Let's take an easy figure four here. So we're just noticing that our right foot, spreading the toes, planted on the floor nice and firmly. And let's cradle that left hip and just rock side to side. An inch or two in either direction. So we're not forcing ourselves out of alignment. We're just cradling back and forth, a nice comforting energy. If you want to hug the right knee toward the right thigh towards you, feel free to do that. Or just hang out here with the breath. Unwind and inhale. Hold. Exhale, bringing the right knee towards you, right ankle, left thigh, left foot nice and planted. Notice the difference. One side tighter, one side more comfy. And hug that thigh towards you on the left or simply rock it out right here to ease and float into those tight areas, bringing a sense of lightness, a sense of comfort. We are creating opening, even sometimes in the easier approach to the pose, we can create even more opening. There's no force. When you're ready to unwind, take that right foot to the floor. The knees are going to come together. We're going to open out our arms to a T. So with the palms up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders towards the floor. As if you had a pair of hands, just easing your shoulders down onto the floor. And let's float ourselves over towards our left side, keeping those knees together. We're going to notice that our right shoulder is going to lift up, and we can just trace a rainbow above us. And then bringing the right hand on top of left. We're on our left side. Inhale, drawing across the sky another color. And our right shoulder comes down as the knees lift off. And a natural floating to the other side. Keeping the knees together, left shoulder lifts, left arm draws the rainbow back to the right hand. And then the same drawing across. Feel the reach of the arms, lift the knees, and we're going to float. So we're floating into a twist and rolling. And twisting through the spine, upper spine as we do so. Playful gaze, just noticing our space again around us. Coming into our breath. If our thoughts have drifted away from it. Using that reach of the arms, we'll meet back with the knees together, feet wide apart. We started out in this easy pose. So we'll take our right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly. Taking the eyes closed. feeling the synthesizing of our physical body and our subtle energies. Easing into our poses today with a lightness of being. Noticing how this affects our breath and how our breath affects the energy and the body. Mind, body, spirit, connected. Feel free to slip right into Shavasana, however that takes form, straight legs or support the knees, support the neck or the head. Make yourself extra comfortable. Closing the eyes, inhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding, exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep following your breath in a similar count as you feel the body absorb the practice. All the cells have been stirred up into energy. Imagine our mats taking us a little higher, a little lighter, maybe an inch off the floor, floating. And yet we can be rooted while we feel light. The balance of energies through our yoga practice. As you float along with your breath, feel free to listen to my voice, jumping from an image to an image. Travel with my voice to these images, however they occur for you, whether they're on the visual plane or emotional plane, however that happens in your imagination. Red desert, feather, Buddha meditating, good night's rest, full moon, foggy morning, sun shining overhead, a bouquet of flowers, cool, clear water, relaxing afternoon, laughing with friends, a warm embrace, temple on a mountain, a path in the woods, a vibrant sunset, taking in a deep breath, cat stretching, beautiful garden path, favorite song, sound of my voice, taking in a deep breath. Take your consciousness back to the body, back to your mat. With your exhale, wiggle the fingers and the toes. With your next breath, roll onto your right side, bending the knees and the elbows. Finding yourself back to this trusted place on the mat, to a seated position, hands on the heart, in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Namaste.